Hello, I'm Derek Smalls, and you're watching, or listening, or both, to Rock Shop Live with Eric Broadbent. He's the Bent Broad.
You're watching Rock Shop Live, brought to you by Stewart Travel Guitars. See the incredible stowaway travel guitar at stewartguitars.com. Also brought to you by Idea Bench, makers of hot rod-inspired pedal boards and pedal board accessories at ideabench.com. Microphones for Rock Shop Live are brought to you by Rode Microphones. Now here's your host from Ontario, Canada, guitarist Eric Broadbent.
Okay, I think we're just going to play guitar. I think I can manage to do that and not screw up too much. That was crazy. So thanks. Was it Joe? I think Joe brought it to our attention, Joe Harvey, that we were live twice. And I know why I did that. I saw something kind of freak me out tonight. I feel like a YouTube novice. I've been doing this for 4.5 years. When I went to create the event tonight, it said, something about the stream key. It wasn't my usual stream key. That's what it was. So anyways, the minute I hit start on here, we were live, and I don't like to do that. I like to have control of when the starts and stops are. So are we all still back? Have everyone here? Just comment in the chat, see if you can see me now as in live, and we'll do some guitar playing with some of this fun stuff. And Gary Holt is in the chat. Just saw him. I know he's known the story about the Floyd Rose from Gary Kramer's place. So I think I just started to allude to that story before we lost a connection there. And when we stayed at Gary's place, Gary Kramer, not Gary Holtz. We did visit Gary Holtz's place too, but Gary gave me a personal Floyd Rose out of his collection, USA. Actually, I shouldn't say USA, a German-made Floyd Rose in black. So I took it off of I took it out of the box, put it on the Wolfgang. Let's just show that one real quick, because that's what I was doing when we found out we weren't live. So now we got the black Floyd Rose on there, with the stainless steel locks, and of course the titanium string lock blocks in there as well too. The chrome arm from the other one, and of course the big brass block in the back, and the noiseless black springs, which are pretty slinky. And looks like I guess we're all good. You can see me in that now, so we're good. I don't usually make those kind of rookie mistakes on the show, and it's funny. I always tease Sandra about it on her Party Line show with Mark and Leanne. You know, she'll roll her intro too soon or something of that nature, or forget the intro, and I'll text her. I'm like, rookie mistake. So now I'm eating my words tonight. So I deserve it. So what I was saying earlier to the people that didn't catch the first half of the first show, the first stream, whatever, I put on the German Floyd on here, took off the Korean FRT 1000, and I had several pieces of vintage 80s German Floyd. So I put that all together, and this thing just plays like $1 million now as well too. And yes, there was a super chat from Thomas as well too from the first stream. So thank you, Thomas. I appreciate that so very, very much. That's very kind of you. And we're good on that. Thank you. I really appreciate that. What a train wreck. I mean, thank God it's happening now and not on Friday. Friday's a big show. Okay. Gary says, this is an original Floyd from Kramer's collection. Yeah, the black one is on the Wolfgang, which we're going to play in a moment. And it finally got some use. It was sitting underneath the desk here for about 2 years. Well, yeah, good 2 years in the box. And it's Junior wanted it, and it's technically Junior's. And he said to me the other day, he says, "Hey, Dad, whatever happened to that Floyd that Gary gave us?" I said, "It's on my Wolfgang." And I had to do a little bit of, apologizing a little bit. So it's going to have to go on one of his guitars eventually, but it's on mine for now. So I don't think he knows how to take it off. So it'll have to stay there for a bit. Guitar Man 45, nice to see you. Never Too Late's here. Nice to see you, buddy. Haven't seen you in quite some time. Dale Palmer. All in the box. All right, let's get some tunes happening. All right, how about some Fall Silent? I'm going to tell you a little bit of a giveaway we got going on as well, too. It's a t-shirt, pretty cool for our new show. We'll talk about that in a moment. It's amazing what a little bit of inspiration can do just with a new whammy bar, like a new trem system on here. It just is so inviting. With, like I was saying to the top of the other show there, at the top of the stream, the Korean Floyd on here was binding, and every time I do a whammy bar dive, it was just pinching. It was a bad knife edge. And this thing, it is absolutely 100% silent. I mean, there's no catch. It's just buttery. I mean, I can do like I like the springs in my trems to be almost like a kind of a 2-finger kind of. Really, really slinky, right? But you can't pull back on it either. I just absolutely love that. Harmonics pop out. Metalhead Hippie is here. Ed B's jumping in, and I think it's our Landshark Mark. I'm not sure if I mentioned him already. How you doing, buddy? Okay, we'll play a couple more, then we're going to jump over and grab the Wolfgang. We'll show some what they can do with that new Floyd on there. And just for you guys and girls out there that may have a Wolfgang, the PV Wolfgangs, and you want to take off the original PV Floyd, which is made by Ping, whoever that company is. I think they do golf clubs too, don't they? I don't know. But it's a direct swap. So there's nothing I had to do to that guitar. I just took the Ping PV off, and it's one of the best Floyd Rose licensed trems on the market. There was no need for me to do it. There's zero need for me to do it. I was bored. And I'm glad I did it. So it looks sexy, and it plays like $1 million. So it was a win-win in my book. So yeah, we're going to play a couple more songs here. We'll maybe drop this one down to D. Okay, here we go. Here's a song called Runaway. This one's a nice locomotive song for you. And a big thank you to the official harmonic counter, Gary Tholander. I only got a few of them on that one. I didn't really get it. I don't know why. I got the ones I got, I was happy with. I missed quite a few. And also, there's a question on the mixer. Metalhead Hippie says, "What's the mixer I'm using?" That is the PreSonus AR12 USB. That's my mixer that I've been using for quite some time now. I've had a few of them actually. A couple of them went bad. Some manufacturer's defects, but the nice thing was PreSonus was very, very good, and they were overnighting me another one before the other one even went back to them. And since that time, I've put them on a Furman power conditioner, so it saves a little bit of life. They're not meant to be on 24/7 like things used to be able to do, right? The longevity of them is just not like that anymore. And there was, some people got lost. Sandra sends me the funniest comments back and forth. And she said some people got lost, and that's my fault completely. I had 2 streams going at the same time. Probably the only thing worse than listening to me once is listening to me twice. And yeah, I know Gary says you're having a bad night. I know, right? I only got a couple. I only got a couple of those harmonics, and Thomas is found. Okay, there we go. So Thomas, thank you for the super chat from earlier on the first stream that lasted about 7.5 minutes. Okay, awesome. And we're back anyways. So we'll try another song here with the we'll try another song with the Kramer here, and then we'll hop over to the Wolfgang. I think we can probably keep her in D here since we're here. What can we try here? Let's go over to let's go back a record. Let's go back to the Silence era, and why don't we actually try Silence itself? Let's give it a try. Let's see if we can do this one better. All right, here it goes. Let me see here. Okay, good. We got everybody back. That's nice. If you notice what I was doing there, and a couple different things. And the Runaway song, if you might have noticed, I was taking my hand quickly off the guitar and I'm doing the harmonics like this. Okay. The reason why I do that is not just for a show. The quicker you get your hand off those harmonics, the quicker they're going to jump out. And the same thing in silence I was just playing there when I was doing the... Okay? And there again, I don't get those every single time either. The secret to those harmonics is a quick hammer and get your finger away from the string, because if you don't get it away from the string, it's gonna mute it. It's gonna stop the string from ringing out and vibrating, and of course you're not gonna get the harmonic. So the secret to those is hit the harmonics hard and fast and get your finger off of there. Now you'll see me do a couple different things. Sometimes I'll hold the pick. So I'm picking like this, and a lot of times I'll keep this pick in this finger, but I'll hit with my middle finger. I've had different results, and the verdict is still out which one I prefer to do. So I prefer to tap with my first finger, which means I got to switch holding the pick a different way. So. But that also slows me down. So if I could just rotate it to this like this, or like this. So, like I say, the verdict's out. I'm not sure which way I like there, but the secret, no matter how you do it, is get your finger off the strings as fast as possible. And Gary says, Eric got to play a few of the one-off Kramers when he came out and visited. Yes, indeed. What was that one? Like a 36 fret. It was insane. Oh man, so many of the cool guitars at Gary Kramer's place. It was insane. Absolutely crazy. Okay, let's maybe jump over and grab that Wolfgang. I'm going to mute here just so you don't hear a big pop coming from the wireless here. It's a shame to put this guitar down because it is playing so good. But so does this one. I tell you, it's a fight right now between these two guitars. This one's always going to win just because this one's been by my side through thick and thin. I might be able to sneak out a tiny bit of Rush. I got to be really careful with music on here. It's one of the things, I don't get a lot of copyright strikes on my channel for the sole fact that I don't play other people's music. And I really like to keep that smooth sailing going. So I don't play other people's music too often. Oh, listen to that, man. Okay, what are we going to try here? I know what we can do. If Landshark Mark is still here. Oh, yeah. There we go. Okay, here is some stripper songs. All right, here we go. This one is called Fantasy. All right, the mojo is working with this guitar. This guitar will stay with me for the rest of the evening. Waz from Oz purchased my new Rev Purple Rue Helix presets. Thank you so very, very much. I'm using Helix right now, and actually that's something I didn't mark down for a mental note I wanted to show you tonight. I'm going to tell you about this later in the program, but something I'm doing with Helix that I've never done before. It is not new. It is not revolutionary. It's not breakthrough. I'm quite surprised after using Helix for a few years that I've never used this feature. I know millions of other people have. I'll talk about that in a second. But thank you, Waz, for purchasing the presets. I know there's several people in the chat here that have also purchased some of my presets. Matt Krill, a few others as well, too. Thank you so very much for your support. It does help greatly. I think what we're going to do, we'll take a quick, very, very small break from playing, not very long, because I want to come back while the mojo's working. So some of you may know about this, others may not. I've started a new show. It's kind of a limited time run show. It's not replacing anything. So it's still on Friday nights on the Rock Shop Live segment from 9 o'clock Eastern till 10, 60-minute segment. And you may have seen some of the past shows I've done when I was interviewing some people from like the Better Call Saul TV show and Breaking Bad and El Camino and all those shows in the Breaking Bad universe. I interviewed about 5 of the cast and crew. And then one of the cast was Tom Schnauz, who is one of the primary writers for the show, for Breaking Bad and for Better Call Saul. And I reached out to him. I said, "Hey, do you want to do like a short run with me? X amount of number of shows, and we'll bring other people on, just like we did, but we'll do it with a 2-people environment." And he said, "Yeah, let's do it." It took a bit of convincing, but we got him. So we're doing a fun thing. It's called Inside the Gilliverse. And if people don't know what that means, Gilliverse, it's Vince Gilligan who wrote the show. He was the founder of the shows. We call it the Gilliverse. Instead of saying the Breaking Bad universe, right? So the Gilliverse. So we've done 2 shows already. We had Peter Dyseth on the show, who plays DDA Bill Oakley in Better Call Saul. And we also had on Michael Mando, who plays Nacho. And this weekend, we've got the Kettlemans in character, Betsy and Craig Kettleman. I'll come back to that in a second because there's a question from Wazmaz. I got my eye on a JTV Variax 59P. What are your thoughts on them? It's secondhand. So anything to look out for? I ever played or regretted the purchase of a Variax? So several answers here. And first of all, Thomas Maynard, thank you. A super chat again. Thank you so very, very much. I appreciate that. So no problem about buying used. What I would do is make sure that's in good shape. Make sure the action is good on it. I mean, there's no real physical damage to it. I've never played the 59P though. I've never played that one. I would love to get one of those because I've got more of the Strat style, the JTV 89F, and I've also got the Shurikens as well too. I'd like to get one of those down the road, but no problems with buying secondhand. Make sure all the electronics are good. Make sure you get kind of a written guarantee from the seller that everything works that way. I'd say go for it. If you get a good price, it all comes down to price, and see if you get a reasonable price on that for sure. So I definitely would say it would be a good thing to look into. And let me see here. Okay, there you go. So Alex says he has a 59P rare find. Excellent guitar. There you go. There's someone who has great experience with them, and Alec knows his guitars for sure. So we're talking about this show, and so I'm not sure if how many people are familiar with Better Call Saul or the Kettlemans, but the Kettlemans are a really witty couple in season 1 of the show. And Craig Kettleman was going to be charged for embezzling money from his employer, something like $1.6 million. And the way he looked at it was, I've done all these hours of overtime and, worked on weekends and blah, 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 blah. So he felt he was entitled to it. He took it. And that's where Saul Goodman comes in because, he has to try and get the Kettlemans off of this charge. So this is I know you've seen a lot of the interviews we've done on the show with the musicians, some actors and things like that from TV, but interviewing someone in character is very, very challenging. And just a side note for Thomas asks, ever played the Harley Bentons? I have never played a Harley Benton guitar. Not at all. I saw some of that topic come up today in Sandra, Mark, and Leanne's show there on the party line today. I saw some Harley Benton talk. I think they're nice looking guitars. Here in Canada, I've never seen one as far as the stores. I don't know if we can even get them in stores here in Canada. So no, I haven't. I'd love to try one sometime for sure. Certainly would like to. And Nat Romero's here. Let's go down the kettle hole. All right, perfect timing. A lot of new followers here through Twitter and through social media, which I really appreciate. And that's why I've kind of done this direction, a little bit of entertainment, because it's, let's say one of you guys, one of our regulars comes in and sees the show, like our guitar shows, and maybe the wife's in the background, it's kind of boring, they don't want to take part of it. Well, now I offer something else, some entertainment for the guys and the girls. And Better Call Saul is a hot topic right now. It's approaching the series finale next year. Well, whenever it gets around, due to COVID and things like that. But it's been a really, really popular topic here on the show. So going back to where I was talking about interviewing characters, interviewing people is one thing, and that's challenging enough. And I've got a pretty good hold on it. I'm still learning every single show, still learning every single night when I interview someone. Trying to get better, trying to get the dialogue better, not stepping on toes and things of that nature. But interviewing a character is just, it's like a whole new ball game. I've done it once with Mrs. Smith, the world's most unlikeliest guitar hero, the cat lady, phenomenal guitar player. And I did it with Derek Smalls, played by Harry Shearer from Spinal Tap. And that was challenging, but fun. So you got to take yourself out of the real world and put yourself into the virtual world. And we weren't sure how long we were going to get the Kettlemans in character. It's a 60-minute show, so we were thinking 30 minutes in character, 30 minutes out of character. And the word came down the pipe today from Kettleland that it is going to be 60 minutes. So I'm going to give you a bit, for those of you that know the Kettlemans, you're going to know exactly what this is here in a second. And for those of you that don't know, this will give you a bit of an idea of the banter between the two of them. And Betsy, we'll just say this, for those that don't know, Betsy wears the pants in the family, definitely commands, cracks with a whip. And Craig is right there to follow behind whatever his wife suggests. It's like if she says, I think we need a new lawyer. Yes, we need a new lawyer. Actually, no, I don't think we need one. No, we don't. So that's the way he plays along. So I got a video queued up here. See if I can jump over and play it for you. And this is a little teaser for the show this Friday. It's going to be probably the craziest thing we've ever done on YouTube as far as, and the cooler thing, that this is a world exclusive as well, too. They've only done this performance one other time since Better Call Saul. They did a little bit of a short, an AMC short, probably about 5-6 minutes long on the AMC YouTube page, just kind of showing life after the Kettlemans. Craig's in jail. Betsy's trying to, let the kids see Craig. So she brings him down to the roadside, like on a major freeway in Los Angeles or wherever. No, actually in Albuquerque. And Craig's doing some roadside, garbage pickup, and he gets to see his kids for a brief moment. So here's a bit of a teaser what you're going to expect to see on Friday.
Hi, I'm Betsy. I'll go first, okay, honey?
Okay, sweetie.
Okay. Hi, I'm Betsy Kettleman, and this is Craig Kettleman. And
yeah, I'm Craig Kettleman. That's okay.
And you're watching.
You're watching it. What is it again, honey?
Inside the Gilliverse. So
Gilliverse.
I'll say hi, and then you'll do the inside the Gilliverse. I think it's a Gilliverse.
Okay, like Craig, but with the G.
Like Gilligan, like the Gilligan's Island.
Okay, sweetie.
Yeah. Okay. Hi. I'm Betsy Kettleman, and
I'm Craig Kettleman.
Right, Craig Kettleman, and you're watching
Inside the Gilliverse.
Gilliverse with Tom and
Eric.
Right.
And I'm sorry I didn't shave, honey. I know that you told me to.
I know. Well, I mean, I don't like the
I know.
I don't like it on my face.
I know, but we're over Skype, so it's okay.
Right, it's okay. What do you think is a Gilliverse?
I don't know, but it sounds not right.
Gilly? Like, is that a gilly, like those suits they wear in the Marines and stuff?
Yeah.
You think that Gilliverse, is that supposed to be like universe, Gilly?
I don't like it.
You don't like it? You think maybe it's suspicious?
I know it is, honey. You check it out, okay?
I will. I'm going to get into it and make sure it's not something nefarious for us, okay?
I don't think we should have said it.
Yeah, okay. I think maybe not. But I'll research it, and then we can, erase it off of the internet.
Okay, and I'll shave.
Yeah. Okay. That would be good. I mean, this is like for jail. You have jail things.
I'm going to shave before Friday.
That would be good. Okay.
Okay.
Bye. Thank you.
Hey, that was great, guys.
Yeah, I think we have time for one more before bed.
Do we have to?
Oh, hey, I don't know about you, but I would love a little John, Jacob, Jingle, Einar, Schmidt.
Yeah, and you know what? Let's really have fun with this one, okay, Kettle Team? Let's do this. And...
Here's Johnny! Hey, Warren,
Hey, Jojo. Sorry about that. I'm your Uncle Jimmy.
Now that looks funny as heck, does it not? Every time I watch it, I just giggle like absolutely crazy. So there you go. That's going to be a fun show. And I didn't get a chance to say hi to, and there was a question from her as well too. I just missed it. Elizabeth Coleman, if I'm saying that correctly. Can we ask questions in advance? I have a few. So here's what I would suggest you do. Go through your 2 or 3 questions that you have and find your very, very best one. Because we're going to probably have to limit it to, and it's not even going to be one per person because we won't be able to ask even every person single question. I anticipate it to be a crazy chat on Friday. So write down your very, very best question. And I believe I think you're following me on Twitter. If you do, tag me on Twitter or send me a DM on Twitter. Tag me is better because I don't always check DMs. Send me a message with that question and I'll put it aside. I'll put it in a text document and I'll put it to the show notes for Friday. I can't promise. I will promise I will try to ask. I can't promise that I will ask. I never like to make a promise that I can't keep. So I'll promise to try to ask that for sure. But pick your very, very best one, okay? And even for people that are doing super chats on the weekend, on Friday, keep it to your very, very best question. I mean, I'm happy to take your money, but at the same time, that way I want to make it fair for everybody as well too. And try to make as many people get a question in as possible. There probably will be little questions from Tom and myself for the sole fact that, Betsy and Craig together in character, they run, and it's just like watching a magic show. You don't know. It's like sleight of hand tricks and stuff like that. You never know where it's going to go. And even just the other day, talking to them on Skype when I was doing this test call, like you just saw there a moment ago, it was amazing, absolutely amazing. That like no rehearsal, and they just picked right up where they left off years ago. So it's going to be a lot of fun. So yeah, they're okay. And she's saying it's a history question, like how they met, their first date. Very nice. That's a great question. That's a very good question to ask a character. So indeed, send me that one. Okay. Send that to me on Twitter because I probably will forget. But I think that's a good question, asking characters how they met, because we don't know how they met. I don't think that was ever discussed in Saul that I know of. Because, they were limited on screen. They got a lot of airplay in the first season, only in the first season, but I don't think that was ever brought up. So very, very good question. All right. So before we jump off of the Saul topic, and a very popular account it's a fan account, over on Twitter, it's Saul Goodman, doing fantastic. I think that account has something like 35,000 followers on Twitter, and they've teamed up with me to help me greatly, share a little contest. So we have a limited edition T-shirt we're going to give away for the show. Here it is right here. It's the Inside the Gilliverse with Tom and Eric T-shirt. There's a men's available and a women's available. So whoever wins this, whether it be a man or woman, you get to choose whichever one you want, pick your size, and then we'll ship it to you. So Sandra Lee is going to Nocturnal Butterfly. She's going to share the link, if she hasn't done so already, to the Saul Goodman account on Twitter. If you don't have a Twitter account, you can sign up for one for free. It's not hard to do that. Most people do have one. So if you have it, follow the Saul Goodman account, and that account will tell you exactly what to do. It's being run by them 100%. So they control it, and you just have to do what their instructions that they say. There's follow us here on our channel, which is MGN channel on Twitter, and subscribe to us here on YouTube. If you're watching me right now, you probably have already subscribed. If you haven't, please do so and turn on those post notifications. So that's what's going to be. The contest will be, they will draw a winner on August 28th, and then we'll contact you. Well, we'll get in touch with you probably via DM and get your address, and we'll ship the shirt right out to you. So it's coming from the States, so depending on where you live, and obviously with the postal delays and things like that, it could take some time. I know I ordered a shirt for myself about 2 weeks ago, and I'm still waiting on it, even myself. It takes a little bit of time, but we'll get that out to you. And it's another way for you to kind of wear the shirt in public and support our show. So a big thank you to It's Saul Goodman on Twitter as well. A big help for that. We're getting some massive support on Twitter from that account, and a lot of you as well too. Made a lot of new friends, all because of this topic that I'm doing, and I'm certainly very, very grateful for it. There's not too many times. Yes, I know Nat Romero wants mugs. Okay, we'll look into that for sure. Okay, I do think that this show is going to last for some time. I don't know how long we're going to have Tom as part of it. I want Tom forever. I don't want to be greedy. Actually, I will be greedy for a second. I want Tom forever. But Tom happens to be, one of the not the sole writer, but he's one of many writers in the writers' room, virtual writers' room right now, writing Better Call Saul season 6. What would you rather Tom be doing? Spending time here on Friday nights or writing the show? Writing the show. But as long as we don't interfere with his time too much, I'm going to try to keep him as long as I possibly can. And even if I have to hold him hostage a little bit, I'll try that. I want to keep him as long as possible because it's just a happy Friday night for me. I really enjoy it. I like the dynamic with the two of us, with the guests. And then we're going to be having, in this case, having 2 guests. We'll have 4 of us on the air on Friday. And there's speculation that we're going to have another duo. It's not confirmed yet, but another duo at the same time as well, too. And that should be very interesting if that comes to fruition as well. And for the Breaking Bad fans, the following Friday, a week from this Friday, we've got Betsy Brandt, she played Marie Schrader, Hank's wife. And the funny story about that and the connection to this Friday's guest, Betsy Kettleman. Well, Betsy Kettleman was named after Betsy Brandt. So they just really loved Betsy Brandt on set, and hence they borrowed the name. And they all kind of used the name, right? So there you go. Aljan is here. Nice to see you, buddy. Aljan, you just missed me at the top of the hour with the Kramer. I'm going to maybe pop it. Since you're here, I'll grab it again. I'm not sure if you saw on Facebook, Aljan, I took off the FRT 1000 Floyd on it, and I had several pieces of a vintage 80s German, Floyd Rose original German trim. So I grabbed that and I put it all together, and it's freaking amazing. I was getting just a tiny bit of binding on the posts with the FRT 1000, and I took it off, and just something on my fault when I was monkeying around with the guitars. I put the FRT or the original Floyd on there, and oh my God, the thing plays like $1 million. And I'll grab that. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do it right now just for you. And I'll come back to the PV in a second. I'm just gonna mute this again. We'll go back, and I will play. I think we'll play Loaded Gun for you. We'll do it on the Kramer. Those of you that don't know Aljan, I know a lot of you do. Aljan is the product specialist for Gibson brands, for Epiphone, Kramer, and obviously Gibson. So Aljan, here you go. You see that now? Try to get it. Floyd Rose. I'm not sure what side I'm on. There you go. Floyd Rose original. The titanium hardware, and the black arm is off the black Floyd that's on that PV. So I just did 2 swaps the other day on trims. Okay, so let's get this going here. Let's see what we're in tune to. Okay, we're good that way. All right, we'll play some Loaded Gun for Aljan. If it wasn't for Aljan, I wouldn't be holding this guitar right now. Okay, here we go. Let's rock this one. And yeah, they want Gilliverse mugs. Okay, we're going to get some Gilliverse mugs. Let us know what else are the things that would be really popular that you would like. Put them in the chat, and I'll see what we can do for merch, because I like the logo. I don't usually design. I do graphics for a living, but sometimes I hate my own work. I like it for other people. I mean, I like it for them, but when it comes to the things I design for myself, sometimes I hate it. But I do like the Gilliverse logo a lot. So I wouldn't mind seeing that on just about anything. Okay, here we go.
Away from
And there we go. And that was a question from who was that from? Thomas. Is that an EVH drop, the D-tuner? Yes, it is. And Aljan's asking if it's a brass block. No brass block on this one yet, Aljan. Just a traditional one. So I'm going to be replacing that with a 37. Is that what I think? 37, I think, is going to go in that one. Got the noiseless springs on there. But yeah, when I put that brass block in there, it's going to sing like no tomorrow. The other one I was just playing, Aljan, does have the brass block. I'll show you that one. And it does make a major difference. Just when you hit a chord on the guitar, you can see the big brass block in there for sure. Okay, all right. We're going to try another fun one here. You know what we'll do? I know we'll do this one. I know Matt Krill always asks for this one, so let's do it before he even asks for it. How about that? Here's a song from my mom. Oh, geez, my fingers. As I was saying at the very, very top of the show, I have my guitar set so low. I mean, the strings look like they're painted on the guitar. So sometimes it actually is a nuisance because there's nothing left to fret the strings. So there's no room for fumble fingers, and my nails are getting a little bit longer than they should be right now. That is another thing that is a nuisance when it comes to playing a guitar with super, super low action. Hey, there's Will Starr. How you doing, buddy? Yeah, Aljan, me too. My favorite are the black ones here. I like the tension of the black ones. But you know what's funny, Aljan? I put the black ones on the Kramer just for whatever reason, and I had, with the half step down tuning, I had to add a third spring. And I hate that. I hate 3 springs in a guitar. I like 2. So I ended up using the stronger tension, the red ones, which are the higher tension. But it's almost like it's a kind of hypocritical because they're a higher tension spring. I put them in, only use 2, and I still have that slinky, just 2-finger pressure on the whammy bar, like, that kind of thing. And it's slinky. So it worked perfect. But in this one here, the black ones happen to work for this guitar. I guess, it's a little bit different with every... And you know what, too? That's a heavier body guitar. Not that should matter. Maple, I believe, right on the Kramer. I don't know what the weight composition has any differences. Just so be it. Maybe when I go to the heavier brass block, the black springs will work with that one. We'll find out. Okay, so we're going to play a song called Shirley. Go back an album. And this one, I can't mess up. I always say this. I can't mess up the song because... it's my mom's. All right, here we go. Godspeed.
Thank you.
there you go. I'm going to show Aljon this if he's still here. So Aljon, what do you think of this here, right? Black German Floyd Rose, original, or Floyd Rose, I guess, with all the titanium stuff, stainless steel. That was actually given to me by Gary Kramer. I mentioned that at the top of the show. When Junior and I stayed with Gary for a few days, he let us raid his drawers out in the shop. He goes, here, look through, see if there's anything you want. And open up a bottom thing. There's like probably 20 Floyd Roses. I'm like, can I have one of these? He says, take it. Go ahead. So awesome. So I put it on here just out of boredom. I took off the PV Floyd, put it on here, and here we are. Okay, I'm going to see 1 second here. Okay. Okay, let's try maybe 1 or 2 more songs here, and we will wrap up here in a second. Okay, see what else I got left. Just because the mojo's working. Yeah, I like it too, Aljon. I like it a lot. It plays good on here as well too. All right, see what else we got here. Here's my fun one here as well too. In the Sun, and maybe we'll try some Fly. This one's a fun song to play. Here we go. two last songs just because I got the mojo going and I hate to stop. And it's a little bit later than I normally run. But a good question too from Nat Romero wants to know what the most expensive part of the guitar is. Probably looking at the neck and the body, like basically the blank guitar, the neck and the body. Next thing up would be, it's arguable, probably the pickups, like these things here. I'm not sure how much you know about guitars, but the pickups would be next in line. And then the bridge, the whammy bar system here. And that can be a few $100s once you do all the upgrades in this. So probably the bridge is probably even worth more than the pickup. So body and neck together, if it just has a blank, the bridge system, and then the pickups. And that's the thing with guitars. A lot of times you can buy a cheap guitar and then just go crazy with some of the upgrades. You don't have to spend $5,000, or $6,000 to have a guitar that you like. You could spend $200 and put a few things into your upgrades and have a guitar that you just absolutely love. This guitar back in its day was somewhere around $1,800 Canadian, I think. Actually, it's more than that. I think it was retail around a little over $2,000. And I've put a lot into it over the years. And it's just a guitar that's been like my right hand person forever. So that's why it's very, very special to me. Look at the back of the neck on this thing too, right? Look at the roasting on that. It's not roasted, but I mean just the sweat and the beers and the tears on that bird's eye maple. It almost looks like a roasted maple neck, doesn't it? Right? Okay. So we're going to do two last songs, and I'm going to save the best for last. We're going to do Pass You By last, and I'm going to do a song called Fly. I like that one a lot to put you in a good mood. And for that one, I need, in the studio, I used a Leslie, a real Leslie for that. So I'm using a harmonic trem to give me that simulated. Okay, so a song called Fly. This is a beautiful song to play. Make sure it's not on the dirty channel. Okay, here we go. Fly.
Sorry. circle. Come into my circle. Come into my circle.
I love playing that song. And here's the last one of my favorite songs I have ever written, a song called Pass You By. All right. And let's get rid of the trim. And whoops, we don't want dirt. No dirt yet. No dirt. Okay. Thank you so much for putting up with my kind of train wreck disasters at the very top of the first part of the show. We're back at it. So come see us Friday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific, for the Kettlemans on Inside the Gilliverse with Tom Schnauz and myself. And Friday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern, go join the lovely ladies, Sandra Lee, Leanne, and Mark over on the party line. Check that out. Lots of fun always. And it's a good way to warm up the weekend for sure. Okay, here we go. Last song for the evening. Thank you all so very, very much. Here we go.
I'm feeling
Thank you so much, everyone. I had a great, fun evening with you. Even with technical glitches, it was a great, fun evening. We'll see you Friday night, Friday morning, even over on the party line as well. And I appreciate all of our new subscribers here, our new followers on Twitter. Also, if you're on Instagram, look us up at Inside the Gilliverse on Instagram. That'd be great to have you join us over there. See you real soon. And until next time, a big, warm cheers to you all.